Hey everyone, so it is 12:40 p.m. here in New York, and I'm coming live to you from my room. Welcome back to my vlog. This is my life, and guess what? This is my life. So, yesterday I finished up part two of my video about my dealing with my toxic mother-in-law, and I ended it with telling you that I want to talk about some off-the-wall delusional things that I've heard come from this woman. Now, who here deals with a toxic mother-in-law or even a toxic mother who is delusional? Like she lives in her own world. My toxic mother-in-law is beyond delusional. She has so many people brainwashed into believing that she's such a little princess, that she could do no wrong, and that, she's always the victim of everything. When in fact, she's the one that causes chaos herself. She's the one that makes victims. And these people are so brainwashed that they believe everything that comes out of her mouth. Now, who here deals with somebody that talks about things and they're so off the wall that there's no way in hell that these things ever happened, or what they're telling you is just plain ridiculous, or some things you're like, really, you just said that to me? All right, so this woman, she claims to be Mormon, okay, and she supposedly lives her Mormon ways, which is BS if you ask me. And she lives with a guy, and they've been on and off in a relationship for like 11 years, I think it is. And since I've been with my husband, they've been together the whole time. So I don't know when they got back together where it was like a full-time thing. But her thing is I don't have sex before marriage. You got four kids. Four kids. You were never married to their father. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And this guy has her living in his house. Okay. And she sleeps in the bedroom and he sleeps in a recliner. I'm sorry. Bitch would be taking a couch. I don't understand this relationship whatsoever. I don't like either one of them, but I don't understand this relationship at all. And I don't get how he can stay with her, but I think it's because he's so brainwashed by her. I mean, she can't cook. I mean, I get food poisoned every time I seem to eat any of her cooking. She can't clean. It looks like a hoarder's house when you walk in there. Seriously, I have photos. Okay, I have photos. If she can't cook, she can't clean. She obviously don't work because she collects government money. Um, why do you have her? You obviously aren't getting any. So, what is the reasoning behind it? What does she bring to this relationship? Nothing. Nothing. This woman, oh my God, this woman will go to Dollar General and she will spend hours in Dollar Generals with her phone scanning items to look for penny deals. If you don't know what penny deals is, look it up because I'm not going to sit here and explain it. She will literally scan items looking for things that cost a penny. Okay. And I used to get dragged to these Dollar Generals with her just so I can get out of the house. I would end up going with her, but I didn't expect I'd end up going to like five different Dollar Generals in one day. One time we left in the morning, we weren't back until it was way past 9 o'clock at night. Okay. Because she had to go to all these different Dollar Generals to look for these penny things. And she'll sit there and scan things with her phone. And I'm thinking, dude, you got some serious issues. Okay. You're sitting here scanning items looking for something that's going to cost you a penny. Okay. And then what she does, and here's the other thing she does. And if anybody knows me, now I'm giving up the truth of what she does. What she does is she'll get these products for a penny, or they'll be a lot cheaper than what they regularly cost. What she'll do is she has this Facebook group that she calls her business, and she'll post this stuff on her Facebook group, and she'll sell it to people at almost regular price when she only paid a penny for it. Only paid a penny for it. You're ripping people off, okay? Like she will sell freaking hand soap for like $5. I'm sorry, I can go to Dollar Tree and get it for a buck 25. So she gets these things for a penny at Dollar General, and then she rips people off by charging them almost regular price for the merchandise. I've seen people buy toothpaste from her before just because it was a little bit lower in price than it would be from the store. I'm sorry, I would hop in my vehicle and go to the store and get it myself because some of the things that she has been sitting around for years and years and years, not being sold. So you never know how old shit is. And she'll sell it to people. Like she got probably about 100 boxes of those chocolate covered cherries one year. And I'm sorry, that stuff does not last forever. And she would have those things sitting around, sitting around, sitting around. And because they wouldn't sell in her group, she would start giving it to people for free. And I'm thinking, you're giving people old chocolate covered cherries that you've had for years. You're giving them old chocolate covered cherries. Do these people not really think? So here she is ripping people off. And it is embarrassing to be in a store with this woman while she's scanning all these items. She'll sit there and just scan, scan, scan. And then she'd yell at me if I'm not doing it for her. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? I don't want to be scanning anything. I'm not looking for anything. You dragged me here. And it's so embarrassing when people walk by and they're like, what is she doing? Like she's picking things off in the clearance rack and scanning and this and that. And she puts it back. And the thing is, she's on welfare, and any money that she makes, she's not claiming it to welfare. When if you're making any money, you're supposed to report it to welfare. Apparently, she doesn't. She doesn't. And I doubt that she's reported to welfare the fact that she has a credit card with a very high limit. Like, how is she paying for this credit card off of um what I call fraudulent SSI, whatever it is? The woman never worked a day in her life. I don't care what she claims. She has no real disability. And don't tell me the disabilities are invisible because I should know I do have legit disabilities, but she goes to doctors that just sign off shit. And this woman has been scamming the system for quite some time. And she's on welfare. And dude, you're supposed to announce to welfare if you are making any money that you did not originally claim when you first signed up for welfare. Speaking of welfare, when you are on welfare, you're supposed to be on welfare in the county you live in. Well, when we lived with this delusional woman, we noticed that she was getting mail from the Department of Social Services in a different county than she lives in. So, was she getting food stamps from a different county? I mean, seriously, did she not tell them that she moved? And how do they not notice that her address is not in that county? Seriously. Another thing is, we were driving down the road. Okay, we were driving down the road, and believe me, anything I ever tell anybody, I keep telling people, you can hook me up to a lie detector test. I will pass that thing all day long. I will pass it with flying colors. Okay, a whole burst of fireworks will go off behind me because I will pass because I have no reason to lie. Okay, she lies a lot. She lies because her delusional world, in her little head, every lie she says she thinks is real. Okay, all right, so back to us driving down the road. We were driving down the road and she started laughing. And I'm looking at her like, what? She pointed at a house, and I didn't catch which house it was. And she goes, "That guy right there," and she was still laughing. She goes, he cheated on me and I gave him herpes." I'm like, "You're proud of giving somebody a herpes?" I mean, I wouldn't be proud of giving anybody herpes, not even an ex. I mean, seriously, you barely know me and you just told me you were proud of giving somebody herpes? Like, seriously? And oh my God, I wish I had that on recording that she said that. But like I said, throw me in a lie detector test, I would pass with flying colors. Like I said, a burst of fireworks going off behind me. This woman literally admitted to me that she gave this guy herpes, and she seemed so proud of it. There are some really off the wall things that have came out of this woman's mouth. I mean, I have recordings of some of this shit. Okay, and it's like, are you really that lost in your brain that you would come up with some of these things? One time she told me that her siblings stripped her out of her clothes, put her in her white robe, and did an exorcism on her. Sounds something more like a cult would do, and I'm thinking the Mormons. But from what I know about exorcisms, and I've watched movies, I've read up on it, they don't strip you out of your clothes. Because see, the thing is if you have a demon inside you, and why did they give you an exorcism as my first case? Maybe they saw that you needed it. But as I was saying, from what I know, when you give an exorcism, the person stays in their clothes because your clothes hold on to a lot of your energy. And if you got a demon inside you, we don't want to remove that because then you could release some negative energy and some evil from your clothes. So, normally in exorcism, you have your clothes left on. You don't get stripped down to nothing and get put in a robe. But apparently, she got stripped down to, got stripped out of her clothes, put in a white robe or gown, whatever the hell it was, a nightgown, whatever. She can never keep her story straight. And she was tied down and they performed an exorcism on her. Well, if they did perform an exorcism on her, they did a very poor job of it because it didn't work. It didn't work. I mean, those demons are still there. It didn't work. And this woman wonders why her children were taken away from her. And she acts like she's such a great mom. I'm sorry. My husband was 6 years old when he was ripped out of your home by CPS. You didn't raise your children. Somebody else did. And this woman thinks the world revolves around her. And like I've said in the other two videos about dealing with the toxic mother-in-law, um, if you ever say anything to this woman, no matter what it is, and she don't like it, and she got butt hurt over it, she gets a little boyfriend after you, a little boyfriend. Yeah, this scrawny 90-pound one wet thing to come and tell you you need to apologize to her. No, don't. Okay, don't have to. Or she calls her father. Okay, when I heard her dad's dying of cancer, you're gonna keep calling your daddy as your backup. Grow, grow up, grow a set, and stop being jealous because I have a set. But no, this woman, some of the delusional things that come out of her freaking mouth, like you cannot say anything about a snowman around this woman. Okay, if you're talking about a snowman, especially Frosty the Snowman, she'll be like, "Oh, I don't like a snowman. It's got to be a snow woman." When she started saying that, I started to question her sexuality. Like, something wrong with you? Something seriously wrong with you? I mean, what do you got against snowman? Huh? What do you got against the snowman out there? What did Frosty do to you? Did he touch you in a spot you didn't like? Did he touch your no-no square? Hmm? What did Frosty do to you? That you don't like snow men, but you like snow women. And I don't understand this woman whatsoever. I don't. I seriously don't. Okay, she thinks the world, like I said, she thinks the world revolves around her. Everybody is supposed to bend down and kiss her ass. Well, I'm sorry, I don't bend down and kiss nobody's ass. Okay, especially hers. I dealt with too many years of trauma from that woman. Okay, I'll be glad when this woman is out of my life for good. And I'm hoping it's pretty damn soon. Okay, I'm hoping it's pretty damn soon because if we have to get an order of protection or restraining order or whatever, I want to be done with this woman. I don't want to deal with her because the thing is, she's so toxic that if she helps you in a little bit, it's lingering over your head. Okay. Like the time that she bought my husband, because my husband had the tire blowout I mentioned before, had a tire blowout, um, which I may not have mentioned before. I'm not 100% sure. My husband had a tire blowout on one of the highways and or expressways, whatever it was, and his mother decided to purchase tires for him for his birthday. For his birthday, okay. Cheap ass tires she bought on the internet, probably used, whatever. She always brings it up. Well, I bought you your tires. And then she gets on Facebook. Oh, I bought my son his tires. Like we can't afford tires? Hey everyone, so I'm back. My husband called in about a very important situation we are dealing with. As I was saying, speaking of the delusional woman, that's what the whole damn conversation was about her delusional 90-pound wet boyfriend there. All right, so back to her delusions there because he just distracted me on what I was saying. Now I can't remember what I was saying because he just really distracted me with that one. All right, I apologize. I have no idea what I was talking about because what he was talking to me about was a little more important than me trying to remember what I was talking about. Well, anyways, oh, hanging shit over your head. And she gets these people to believe like oh, you bought it out of the kindness of your heart. No, she purchases shit so she can dangle it over your head. Like if she gives you anything, she'll dangle that over your head. Well, I gave you this. I gave you that. No, bitch. Prove it. I threw it out. She would constantly be giving us leftovers, okay? This woman believes that no matter what the food is, it is okay to have it in your fridge for 7 days. And some she has over 7 days. Certain foods need to be gone within 24 hours. Some foods, 3 to 5 days. Some foods do last 7 days. And most foods last longer if you freeze it. She puts it in her fridge and it stays there. Stays there. And then she decides to say to everybody, well, there's some leftovers in the fridge. In the beginning, I didn't think anything of it. And I would, be like, oh, yeah, leftovers. I don't have to cook anything. So I'll go get me some leftovers. And then the next day, or even that same day, depending on when I ate, I am throwing up. Stomach's hurting. I am sick to my stomach trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with me. Come to find out, I got food poison because the food had been sitting in her fridge for weeks. Okay? I'm sorry. Food does not last that long in a fridge, especially if it's made with dairy. So if you make anything that has like mayonnaise in it, milk in it, anything like that, it has to be gone within 24 hours because it'll start curdling and you can get food poison very quickly. And if you don't eat the food, she will snap at you. Like, literally snap at you. Because she's got to throw it away because she don't like wasting food. Well, you can't eat food that has been sitting in a fridge for weeks. Okay? person does not want to get sick from food that's been in your fridge. And you don't label it, so you never know how old it is. It's disgusting. It is seriously disgusting. And her cooking, have you ever seen somebody that needed a recipe on how to cook spaghetti? And I'm not talking about some fancy spaghetti. I'm talking about just regular spaghetti, the noodles, the sauce, and the hamburger. This woman needs a recipe for it. Like, I need to measure this, I need to measure that. Woman, you don't. There's too many steps there to make freaking spaghetti. Mac and cheese, mac and cheese. Does anybody here need a recipe on how to make mac and cheese? You boil some water, you put the macaroni in it, you make make the macaroni, strain it, and then you start making your like cheese, however you want to do your cheese. If you want to, you know, make it separately in a saucepan, and I'm talking about outside of a box, or you just want to sprinkle it in there and let it melt on its own with butter. So you just add the cheese, the butter, and the milk. You can make up the cheese sauce before and then pour it onto your macaroni. Do you need a recipe for that? No. Recipes are mainly for more confusing uh, entrees, foods, whatever. I mean, I have a tote under this bed full of recipe books, recipe magazines, recipe clippings, some things that I got off the back of noodle boxes, which I didn't even know that Great Value had recipes on the back of their pasta boxes. Started cutting them off because when we do get out of this place and I have my own kitchen, I will be glad that I can cook again. But, anyways, back to this delusional woman. This woman, okay, this woman, and like I said, I got recordings, I got photos. I don't care. What are you going to do? Sue me? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Take me to court. Got all the proof. Can't sue somebody that's not lying. She she will sit there and she will talk nice to your face. But the minute you're not there, she talks a lot of smack about you. Like her mother thinks that her daughter is so precious and they're a little princess. Woman, step into reality. Your daughter talks shit about you when you're not there. You know what? She considers her whole family to be evil. They're evil people. Oh, the evil. No, lady, you're evil. Okay? And I wish the exorcism would have worked. Okay? That's all I got to say. I really want to know what siblings it was because I really need to talk to them because their exorcism was shit. But really, how can a person go through life just constant lies spewing out of their mouth, like my mom would call it, diarrhea of the mouth? Okay, this woman would just, it was like she talked to hear herself talk. And another thing, oh, it's another thing I just remembered. I've mentioned many times, I make it loud and clear, I struggle with my mental health. I'll say it off the rooftops, the mountaintop, whatever. I struggle with my mental health. And I have health problems too. Well, I have chronic migraines. Okay, we're hoping to get that under control with some Botox injections, but I have a consultation at the end of the month. The minute I mentioned that my head was hurting, she chimes in, "Oh, my head hurts too." Really? Okay. And she tries to compete. She competes, tries to compete. And I'm thinking, what person in this world competes with another person about their pains, their health problems? Because I talked to her about I have a bad back. I have a misaligned spine. So she'll chime in, oh, I got back problems. I got fibromyalgia. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because my back is killing me. Just standing here right now doing this video, okay? Because I am on a hardwood floor and it's not very comfortable for me. But because I don't want to sit down because it's even more uncomfortable sitting on a bed, I'm standing here. And you'll catch that I am moving. And what I'm actually doing, and you can't see, is I'm actually moving my legs, and what that does is moving my hip, which is helping my back. So every once in a while, you might catch me go like this, and that's because my back hurts. This woman states she has fibromyalgia and she has back problems. She will stand in the garage with a concrete floor. Okay, we all know what garage floors look like. And I'm not talking about old school where it was dirt. I'm talking about the ones with concrete floor, the ones we have now. Um, on hours on end, she will stand on this floor, on her phone, on Facebook, smoking a cigarette. I can't go more than 5 minutes standing in one spot without my back spasming out. Don't tell me you have back problems. So she tries to compete with that. I have hand tremors, and I will be talking about that some other time. I have hand tremors. And what happens with my hand tremors is my hands get really weak and they get tired easily, and I have problems with the nerves in my hands. Mention that to her. Oh, I got nerve damage in my hands. No, you got nerve damage in your brain too. Should we compete with that? Because at least mine is an actual disability. Yours is I don't know, but seriously, every time I have a problem with myself, she competes with me. Like it's a competition that she needs to be feeling more her she needs to be the one that everybody looks at, that oh poor me. Oh, I have this wrong with me. I have that. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't be competing with somebody, because you would know that it's not fun to be dealing with those pains, especially chronic pains. There it is. So I got to the point that I didn't even want to tell this woman that I was in pain. Speaking about being in pain, um, you know how I mentioned the whole Dollar General thing? Well, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. So I was telling her that my neck hurt. And I have head tremors. So my neck usually hurts a lot, uh, most of the time. And I told her that I didn't want to go because my neck was hurting. And her response was, oh my God, Abby, just use your neck massager. Don't you have one of those? Use your neck massager. That's not going to help my neck. Yeah, I have a neck massager. I would show it to you, but I got stuff hiding it. Let me see if I can turn this around. All right, that unicorn thing right there next to my astronaut guy. Yeah, that's my neck massager. That's my neck massager. And ow, I'm gonna have to hurry this up because my back is really hurting me. I don't know a single person out there that would compete with somebody um, when it comes to pains. And another thing that really irritated me that came out of this. Sorry about that. I turned off my microphone, and I know if I turn it off, you're not going to hear anything that comes out of my mouth for some reason. Okay, so I haven't talked about this, and it's something that I don't like talking about because it is something that I'm currently recovering from. Um, No, I'm not a drug addict, not an alcoholic, nothing like that. It's just the trauma that comes with why I was on these medications. All right, so we'll just go with it. We'll just go with it. All right, so I'm not going to discuss why I was on the medication, but I will discuss that another time. I was on Xanax for 5 years. I had a situation where I needed to come off of Xanax because it was messing with my heart rate. So I took myself off of Xanax. I'll explain to you later on how that is a bad idea. Took myself off of Xanax. I stopped taking um, any type of mental health drug. And this woman, if I said anything about my anxiety or my panic disorder, or anything, she'd be like, well, that's because you don't go to your doctor anymore. You don't take your prescribed medication. It's your own fault. Who the hell are you to be telling me that? One, it's my body, my choice. My brain, my choice. It's always about her. It's always about her. And she sickens me. And I hope one day she stumbles upon this because I want to say to you, you sicken me, okay? The shit I put up with and the shit my husband put up with, you sicken me, okay? You sicken me. You're disgusting. And I hope that other people that know you, that are in your delusional little world with you, sees this and sees how disgusting you are, okay? You make people's lives miserable. I cannot stand her. I cannot. And I hope we can get a restraining order against this woman, an order of protection. We just have a situation that is going to be coming up on Monday, and hopefully we can end it where we don't ever have to deal with these people ever again, because I'm done with them. So I'm going to end this because my back is hurting, my chest is hurting, because one, my chest is hurting because I'm talking about something that brought trauma to me, and it's irritating me. And plus, standing where I'm at, because I have my foot now propped up on a box because I'm so uncomfortable. Um, how I'm standing in this spot for so long, and I've been in this spot for probably about a half an hour. It doesn't feel good on me. So I'm gonna let y'all go, and I will be back to talk more. Not 100% sure what I'm going to talk about because I think I'm done talking about this woman. Actually, no, I'm not. Damn it. I got one more topic about this woman, and I'm going to be just done with her just for a little while till I find another reason to have to out this delusional, poor excuse of a human. So stay tuned.